So yeah, let's get started. Yeah, we can start right away with this one. This is the lower part where the indents are deeper than on the other one. I can show. Here's this flat. This is intentional, and you will see later why. So let's get started. This is the hammer. It just goes into place right here. It's a easy fit. You don't need to press too hard to get it all the way in. Next will be the hammer, the trigger itself. This is the trigger, and this is the trigger spring. You have a dimple on one side, as you can tell, and the trigger spring goes into place like so. Move it around a bit so it moves freely, and it should sit flush with the surface. Turn it around, and you have this little indent or hole for the pin to go in. By the way, I forgot, I put it in place already. The pin is separate, and you need to put it inside the trigger, inside the hole, so that you can rotate the trigger around the pin. Now push the spring into place. And let's take the main body. This is the main body, or the main mechanism actually. It goes into place like so. Don't press it all the way in now, or yet, because we need to install the hose connector. It looks like this. First, just put the hose connector aside and slide on the tube onto the pin of the firing mechanism itself. Then you want to install the hose connector this way into this place and slide the tube also onto this pin all the way and put it into place. This is actually a fairly tight fit because I don't want it to wiggle around when it's connected to the magazine. Just need to get a good alignment and then press it in. Okay. Now let's get to the cables. This is my favorite part, not. For this we have the cables of the mechanism itself, and then we attach the Y connector that is bought separately from Makerworld, or Maker Supply actually, as this one is the water spray kit 001 I think. First get the switch into place. From the left side it's easier to install, and then yeah, this is kind of tedious, but we'll get it working. How do I start? Yeah. It's a fairly tight space, I have to admit. And there's a bit more space on the other side of the body, of the upper body, but to be able to close it, it needs to be sitting at least flush in here. Yeah, this looks fairly good. So now make sure that the cables don't slide back out. Press the mechanism into place. Like so. See it happen. Let's try that again. And now take the upper body and put it onto, no, we forgot one thing. The trigger guard goes into place the same way as the hammer. Just slide it in, make sure it's flush, and you're ready to go. When closing the upper body onto the lower, make sure not to pinch any cables. Shouldn't go on there too hard, like so. Yep, perfect. Now check that the trigger is working. Cable is sticking out, perfect. And now let's assemble. We have the bigger of the two screws. This one is the smaller one, we need the bigger one. And put it into the hole close to the drum. For this we have a flathead screwdriver. Oop, wrong way. Don't over tighten it, just for it to sit flush, and then it's good already. Now we do the same with a small screw in front, same flathead. And you should see that the gap is closing. Yep. And now it's good. Just give it a slight press again and it should be good. Nice. Let's go to the front side. Oh, this is the rear side. Take the front side and it looks like this. And slide it into place from this side. Like so. This one is fairly easy. With the rear side I have some problems. Maybe I'll make them a bit bigger in the future. Let's go from this side. Yeah. Good. The main body is assembled. Okay, let's get back to assemble the grip. This is the printed grip. Insert the cable into the top opening and slide it on there. It should slide on there with a tiny bit of force, not too much. And then take one of the pins and insert it into one of the holes. Make sure that they're all the way in so you don't hurt yourself while holding it or poke yourself. Same with the second one. And push it in like so. Now I show you the compartment. This is how you insert the battery. With the bottom first, press it in and connect the cable. And then you can slide the rest of the cable to the right in the palm grip. Wait a second, it's hard when the camera is in the way. Like so. And you should be able to close it. The gun aside, I'll show you how to assemble the lid for the grip. This is the bottom plate. This is the rotating pin and goes inside the hole from the more narrow part. And then you secure it with this C-clip. Make sure that it's sitting there good. And then go back, push the cables down. Put it in place and rotate it. You should feel that it's locking in place. And now the battery is not going anywhere. That's it for the assembly of the gun. So this is the assembly guide for the magazine. As you can tell, like, this is the magazine, and we have some supports in here. I could have managed to print it in a different orientation, but just let's get it out. Okay, let's try that again. This one slides into place with the lower indent facing this open part here, and then you should see the pin of the mechanism going into place. This is all the way that we want it, and then pull it out again, that you can see the holes from the spring aligned with the holes here, and then we slide in the pins from the back. This is a bit of a tight fit. I would recommend you to use those also, and then you should be able to push them in. Look from the front when you press it in, and then you should see them coming. You can take a second pin to just push from behind, and then make sure that you see the pin from the front, but don't push it all the way through. You don't want it in the way of the magazine guide. It's hard to tell. This was too far. Then we take the pliers and push it back in, so it should sit flush. The same with the second pin. Like so, put it in. Take another one and get it into place. Let's see how it looks. A bit more. Yep, I can see it. So we pull this one out again, and now you should be able to press the button and see the pin going inside. Now let's get to the next part. We have this piece of hose. It should be about 1.2 centimeters long. I will also convert this into inches and let you know. Take the hose by the end with the pliers and try to put it onto the pin in the middle. A bit tedious, especially when you have a camera in the face. Just wiggle a bit, and then it should be sitting inside. Then we have this lid with a thread inside. Make sure that it's clean, and also make sure that this hole is clean and not obstructed by any left filament. And then you take the pliers from the top and put it onto the hose, that it goes through like this, and then you screw it on, but be sure that the hose is not falling off or coming off. And just screw it in until it's tight, but not too tight. You don't want to break anything, just for the hose to be held in place. Or tube, actually. Let's see, it needs to go down a bit more. This looks good. Now this one is really secure in there, pointing straight up. Perfect. And the last thing we have is the lid. Has a very tiny hole in the middle. That is for ventilation, so that you don't create a vacuum in here when pumping out the water. This goes on here, but of course you want to fill it with water first. This is also your inlet for the water. And then when you finish, just screw it on there, like so. And then you're ready to go. And then you just put it onto the guide of the gun. And you should see that when you push it on, it snaps into place and holds it securely. If you want to get it off, press the button and pull it back off. Again. And you finished.